Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Sercacraft. It is I, Xilestar, and today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I was doing off screen, because I did a little bit of things off screen, to be fair. So I ended up doing a few things. I think they're all down here though. Yeah, we're going to be lagging a little bit because I'm uploading literally Sercacraft right now. Very funny. So I added a bunch of things, or I did a bunch of things off screen. So here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun to end up. So this stuff I think I'm not going to remove. This stuff I'm probably just going to end up keeping in vertical. Just for now, this is all emerald, redstone, gold, iron, and all that stuff. So I think that would be kind of cool to just keep it. And this is all materials and stuff like that. So each and every barrel has its own like unique what do you call it? It's got like a name to it. So like these are called vaulted barrels. So these are like heavy storage kind of things. So these would be like everything in here would have a shulker box kind of thing. And I think I also have it so that these ones are called ordinary barrels. They're nothing really specifically. So these ones you could just throw it in as whatever. It's all good in the hood. I think this one I named it as Denorm Barrel, but I might change that. And I think I also changed this one to Wander Barrel, or that one was always that. And there's nothing in here that is like that. I've been noticing a lot lately where my computer will lag every time I'm recording, and I don't understand why, because for some reason it shouldn't. Because let me see here. Okay, Task Manager. My memory is barely being used. Okay, is OBS saying anything about it though? Because well, let's see my graphics card actually. Only using up 15% max, so I have no idea what's going on. So let's see if OBS is having a few problems here and there with that. Okay. So I also changed the barrel up here to be the antique barrel, because I thought that would be kind of, cool. So I was also trying to figure out how I wanted to sort of introduce this at all, but there is now a faction, guild, clan, whatever you want to call it, on the server now. I've sort of joined just out of principle because we don't really have one right now. It is called the Blood of the Sun, or BotS for short. It's very, very cute in that way. So yeah, that's why that's there, and that's why there's a bunch of banners on the outside as well. But I'm gonna go under creative mode for a little bit just to show you guys the what else I've changed in Voracle. I'm just gonna turn my volume up. There we go. So I've added some little accents here and there just to make Voracle a little bit more not spacious, but like a little bit more like detailed. So these little trapdoors don't actually do anything. They're just as a decoration. And these ones as well. So I was looking at each and every one of the trapdoors. So I was looking, actually I'm going to do this just so that I don't accidentally delete my stuff that I farmed legitimately, except for the stick, of course. Where is it? So I was looking at like every one of these trapdoors, and I was trying to figure out which ones would actually go with like a pipeline, like outside design kind of deal, and I couldn't quite figure one out. I was hoping that I could use this one in such a way, but I couldn't. So I was like, well, this is not really what I wanted. So I decided to go back into the drawing board, and I was like, maybe one of the new ones, because it has a line, but it's like on the opposite end, it'll work. And I was like, okay, let's go try it. And I went and did this, and I went like that. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I needed. And then I just plucked it all in there. And then, of course, this one just pretty much just filters it up kind of thing. So that's the kind of cool design that I have over here. And same thing with over here. And over here, I have a similar design, except for I changed it because I could actually use these to my advantage. because they can actually do this kind of effect. The only thing is that they can't do it here because they can't go sideways. Like, you can't sort of attach it to this side of the block. It has to be attached to either the top or the bottom. So, but here you can, because you can attach it here and it actually looks like it. So hooray. So I did that little accent. I don't know if I showed this off, but I think I covered all these ones with iron trapdoors. I might have already showed that, and I probably just don't remember. And I had a little trapdoor here and little buttons on the cannons. They look a little cute. I thought that would be pretty cool looking. Yep. So you're probably noticing that way far in the background. I will get to that in a second. We also added another data pack that allows us all to see our health. So if you know someone's in danger, you can kind of like TP to them or something like that. Very cool. Let's go and turn it to survival. Oh yeah, we have that little bug. Let me just quickly fix that. This happens whenever we go from one dimension to another, and this is going to go to where I was talking about. Or what I was talking about in, I think, was it Nehrum or was it Pokemon Insurgents? It was one of the two, where I said that I was experimenting with something. So that player health display is actually not the only thing that I was doing. Oh, I should probably show this. Yeah, got the cows back. Yay. I put a bunch of glowstone down just because things were spawning and I didn't like it. And also, we added 3 extra data packs, and we have a 4th one that I'm not going to be testing right away, but you know, it's still going to be there. It's still going to be present. So I'm going to wait until YouTube says that it's done uploading everything, and then I can just disable, or not disable, but turn off the browser. So this actually leads to a different dimension. I went in here instinctively instead of actually, you know, going to show off what I did off screen, because I want to actually see the payload of this. I already saw the payload of from the other dimension, and I'm sort of really terrified of the power that one will have, so I'm probably just not going to do that. So, what's the payload of it? Oh, really? It's only one chest full? It's only one chest full. That's fine. So there's an item in here behind this wall that allows it so that this chunk will always remain present. Now, if you don't know how Minecraft works for chunks, allow me to explain. So how a chunk works is that if a player is not in it, it doesn't get loaded up, unless it's a server. If it's a server, then only spawn gets loaded, not the whole map kind of deal. Now, what this means is that if you were to, let's say, want to, I don't know, build a farm that will constantly sustain itself even when you leave kind of deal, you need to either make it at spawn or have something that keeps the chunk loaded. Now, there are normal Minecraft methods of doing so, but a lot of them usually take a lot of time, effort, and are pretty big and bulky. The problem is that we don't want to do that. So I found a data pack that allowed us to do so. It is pretty cost heavy, but it's not cost heavy enough that we would even care. So it requires a nether stone and a another stone, if I said that, a wither star and a lodestone. Now, the reason why that we wanted this is because a lot of our things that we rely on in Sercacraft rely upon us being online. And some of us have busy schedules now. Yay! So we can't really rely fully on us being always online kind of deal. So I decided to sort of try and scouring the vast numbers of the internet and try and figure out which ones that I wanted for the chunk loader, and I found one that was perfect. So hooray, so we have a chunk loader. So now the other thing that we have is the dimension. So if you look on, I forget where it was, Planet Minecraft, I think, there was a dimension you can get to. It's a spider. Okay, whatever. There's a dimension called the Sky Dimension, and that's exactly where we are. So I'll show you why they call it the Sky Dimension, but pretty much, this is pretty much where I have a huge problem right now, and I'm gonna need to make sure that it is perfectly synced up. Yeah, it's probably gonna be very chuggy because of that. Yeah, I probably should have done that. So this is known as the Sky Dimension because as soon as you fall... Oh, nothing? Okay. Ow. Because if you were to go over here and go straight to over here, you're going to notice that there is no ground. That there's a bunch of these sand areas over here. Just need to be updated. Yay. I love doing that. I don't know why. It just calms me down. I don't know. There, we'll just do that. I don't know. Yay. And, yeah. So I found a abandoned village over here. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. It wasn't like a zombie village or something like that. I didn't see any zombies in there at all when I went. Alright, I can... There you go. Okay. YouTube is done uploading. And immediately I gain like a million frames per second. Wow. What? That's not... Oh, okay. I've got this. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Whatever. I'm pretty sure that all of them are probably like that way. Especially this. I think I looted this. There you go. Don't make me grab my stick. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go full screen for a second. Well, not full second, but for the session kind of deal. There we go. I just need to make sure that, and it died. Yeah, nothing's living that. Unless it went down here. But, yeah, so I added this dimension. Everybody's free to go here. We're not going to put a portal at spawn or anything like that. You're going to have to make it yourself. But in order to go into this dimension, you do need to go to the Nether, as evident by the glowstone. I did a little bit of work over here just to make the walkway a little bit. I did use barrier blocks as here because I wanted a little safe area for me to actually, like, you know, go in, go out kind of deal and just look around, go, ooh, I'm back at my little factory over here. Oh, that's empty? Okay. Yeah, so I have a couple of these quarry things active right now. Where I have two active right now, and I have one that's not active but can be active if you put the item in. So I have this one. This one was one that we created back during Sercacraft 1.4, I believe. So what this one is that this one's supposed to be for food, because the one thing that we had a huge problem with in Sercacraft 1.4 was that food was being very, very scarce, or at least like mobs were being very, very hard to like sort of find and stuff like that. So we decided to just go and, you know, add a dimensional quarry that activates, that gives you food. So we decided to do this. The other thing that I think we added was, what was it? It was really huge to add it because there was a lot of debate if we should even add such a thing. Because of the fact that like it was way too overpowered, and I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was really huge to add it. Enchanted golden apples, that was it. We did eventually add enchanted golden apples, but we have the rarity being very, very rare. I do have to update the loot table. It's back at the old method of doing things, so it's not going to be like up to code kind of deal to what I like now. But yeah. Do I have 3 barrels in here? I do. Okay. So I'm just gonna, pluck this block here, and then we'll place this here. Then I'll store all the raw meats in here. There you go. Perfect. There you go. We also have pumpkin pie here. Amazing. So I have I had one of the chunk loaders here, and left it on overnight. And apparently, this large array of quarries